We'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Golden Gophers will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks offense will take the first swing of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got it in the middle. It's Tracy. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's reeled in. It's Coleman. And he'll be smacked to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. To throw, it's Lindsey. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, the offense tried to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack.
And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Secures it at the 30. Coverage team was down there to corral it. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. Here's a hit. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Stewart. He's Down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Offense gets set for second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on second down. He's got an open man. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Stewart. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run play action. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the left. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Moore to the air. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quick release by the QB. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks! Just under 60,000 in this place, but sometimes it sounds like 600,000. An engineering marvel to hold in all this noise.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. They love their team. They support the Ducks, and they've built traditions and so many teams they should be proud of. Getting them involved early is a great sign for this football game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Touch pass on the jet sweep. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Under fire. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
It's never fun as a defense to start your own territory. They're already in scoring position, already on your side of the 50. It's not fun. Now you got to buckle up those straps, really get things locked and loaded, and get focused on what can happen.
Moore will throw. Lofts one high and deep. Touchdown, Oregon! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Off the boot, looking for his man. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. And the Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Moore to the air. Makes the grab. It's Benson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
He's going to run it. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
He does a really good job with that mesh point. The mesh point is when he sticks it in the running back's belly. When he pulls it, he gets downhill quick to chew up some quick yards. Nice play early in this football game.
Pulls it and fires to the left.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Might be changing the route. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ducks. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Old Dominion delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the Sun Belt. Trust me when I say the party is on in Norfolk.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Turning it on!
Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the Sun Belt is right now, and man, what a difference.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Makes the grab. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Motion from the wide receiver. He wants to throw it again. Snagged in the middle. It's Taylor. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The give out of the gun. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll run the counter. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Blasted as he lets it go. He's brought down, but did you see the hit this freshman took as he delivered the football? And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It is perfect. Had to settle for the field goal.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same.
There he goes. Touchdown, Oregon. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Rides to back and leaves it on the option. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
They'll leave it with him. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Golden Gophers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground. 3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. The Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air on 1st down. He put some heat on that one down the middle. Picked off. What a play by this defense. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Makes the catch. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Taylor has it. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Makes one man miss. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone as he's run out of bounds at the 7. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right back to the well. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. Here's the pressure. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here at the very end of the first half when you've got to have it. Execution has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires one high and deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And the Ducks will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Fires to the tight end. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Might be looking to run. On the run, fires downfield. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense drags him down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there and catching the football.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Hughes.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Moore will throw. Looking deep. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Golden Gophers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Minnesota! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They go to the ground. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
Well, here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
The Ducks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Got it behind the line. It's Moore. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for him.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Third downs are a huge determining factor in winning and losing games, and what a great play by the defense that time. Going up against one of the best third down offenses in the entire country. Great job breaking on the ball and helping force the incompletion.
And after that punt, that's where they'll mark it. It'll be just inside the 35-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Coleman. They'll get the first down, it's spotted on the 49. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Grabbed behind the line, it's Taylor. On the move at the 30. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Got his man downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. They'll run it. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Bringing the heat. They got him. It's a sack. Took a chance to try to score the touchdown, and they'll get nothing. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Looking for a crease. It's Hughes. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And he'll be stopped for no gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Moore to the air. The quick out. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
And, man, that stings because this offense needed every single possession they had left. Now down by 2 possessions, and you're kicking the football off. That was a play that kind of just ended this one. This offense had to put points up, and instead they give up the big safety.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Pressure coming. He rifles one deep to the left. And here's the pick. And oh, did they need that right now? He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. Oh, they're after him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Catch in the middle, it's Tracy. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Golden Gophers getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And they fail to hook up on third down.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Caught in the backfield, it's Whittington. Breaks into the open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate...
Lets it fly deep downfield. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock. Give them the ball back at an opportunity like this.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So now it's second and long. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Safe completion on the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Going for the marker on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Ducks really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Motion from the back. He wants to change this route. This is a designed run. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Dead center perfect, and they'll push that lead out a little further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
I really like the decision by this offense, because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive and
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
And he's knocked down. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. Wants to throw. It's Lindsey. He lobs one high down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 10. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. The snap sets up to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. And this defense goes back-to-back sack jack. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Going for it all. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it just feels like this game is over. They are going to need a miracle. They're going to need a quick 3 and out. They're going to need a turnover or something to have any shot at getting back in this game.
Wants to throw on 1st down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Moore will throw. Lost one deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Punts it out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. He's going up top here late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one. He's got it. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
Looking to throw again. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air, it's Lindsey. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it for a touchdown, so hold on a second. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
Step one by this offense complete. Really nice job. They had to get the touchdown. Now we got to go for the two-point conversion, cut this thing to 8, so we got a chance to tie the game late with some late-game heroics.
Running to Green.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. You know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. The screen, and watch out. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
And the Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. Moore to the air. Under fire. Hit as he throws.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Ducks line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Defense not showing press coverage. Gives it on the option. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. Quarterback on the keeper. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Offense will use a timeout, 19 seconds left in the game. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. Almost had the completion. Just missed it. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. A strike downfield. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one.